A bombshell report has led a state senator to step down after it was revealed he exchanged dozens of mysterious text messages with a guy in jail for child pornography. But now the official gets to keep his salary and benefits for nearly 2 months after leaving office. North Dakota Republican State Senator Ray Holmberg has served North Dakota's 17th district since 1976. Yes, for over 46 years. And now June 1st will be his last day in office. The Forum of Fargo broke the story that he exchanged 72 text messages with Nicholas James Morgan DeRosier. Morgan DeRosier has been locked up on charges of possessing several thousand images and videos depicting sexually abused children. He's also facing accusations of taking 2 children under the age of 10 from Minnesota to his Grand Forks home with the intent of sexually abusing them. Holmberg first told the Forum of Fargo he'd read about the charges against Morgan DeRosier before the text, but then later said he had not. But for now, what has said in those texts is unclear. According to the state senator, they were about mundane things, including landscaping work. And now Holmberg says he doesn't have the texts anymore. He says he got a new phone and number this fall. Holmberg had previously announced he would retire when his current term ended on November 30th, but moved that date up to June 1st. And add this to the already weird story, that a North Dakota man is accusing Holmberg of sexually assaulting him in 2010 inside a Miami condo. Joining me now is NewsNation reporter Josh Meny, who has been covering this case extensively from the ground in North Dakota. Josh, thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it. So take us back for a minute into how these 72 texts became public, and is there a way that we'll actually see what was in them?
Right. So, Dan, thanks for having me on. Federal prosecutor brought up the exchange between Senator Holmberg and the 34-year-old incarcerated DeRosier, who was being held on child porn and child sex charges. Court records confirmed that there was an exchange of 72 messages on August 23rd and 24th between Holmberg and DeRosier. No one on the Republican Party in North Dakota has demanded that these text messages be released. One would think that with the North Dakota Republican Party platform and code of conduct, that there would be a chorus of legislators calling on these text messages to be released.
Let me ask you, how would they be released? I mean, he's saying he doesn't have them. How could they find them, and how could they be released?
So federal prosecutors have the text messages, so they could ask for Holmberg to ask the authorities to release those text messages.
Right. So are we expecting that eventually those texts will be made public?
As of now, I cannot tell you that.
Yeah. So let me ask you about the benefits question. Why does he get to keep his benefits for months after he resigns?
Sure. That's a great question. He's on the payroll through May, and he holds on to his state health insurance through July, which is about $1,400 per month.
And he just gets to keep that, and no one says, hey, you know, this is a guy who exchanged 72 text messages with a guy accused of child porn, and that's the reason he's stepping down, and his benefits are good. I guess, welcome to the world of politics. It's not just a national thing. It happens in state politics in North Dakota as well.
Yeah, it's a good
Josh
question.
Meny?
Sure seems like a waste of taxpayer money.
Yeah. Josh Meny, thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much, Dan.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.